There's bold, and then there's whatever Meghan Markle is doing right now. You'd think walking away from royalty, trashing the monarchy on global television, and jumping headfirst into Hollywood would be enough controversy for one lifetime. But apparently not. Now, insiders are whispering about something far more dangerous than headlines or bad PR. They are talking forgery, as in Meghan allegedly faked Prince Harry's signature on legal documents multiple times. And if that's true, we're not just in messy drama territory anymore. We're towing the line of full-on criminal behavior. What kind of documents? That's the scary part. Rumors are flying about contracts, deals, maybe even financial paperwork. All tied to Harry's name and identity, things that require his consent. But according to people close to the situation, Meghan didn't wait for consent. She just grabbed a pen and wrote his name like it was hers to use. Some say it's about money. Others say it's about power. But whatever the motive, forging your husband's signature isn't partnership, it's control. And the timing couldn't be worse. Their public image is already on thin ice. The fairy tale story, the prince and the actress breaking free from the royal machine, has been unraveling for a while. Netflix isn't happy. Spotify walked away. The public is tired. The documentaries flopped. The podcast died. And now, legal trouble? That's a disaster. Because this isn't just bad optics, it's potentially illegal. Fraud level illegal. And it might just be the final straw for Prince Harry. You can't help but feel for the guy. He gave up everything, his titles, his duties, his family. And why? Because he believed in love. Or at least, what he thought was love. But somewhere along the way, things shifted. Meghan went from partner to puppeteer. She wanted control over their public image, their brand, their money, even Harry himself. And now, allegedly, his signature too. That's not a marriage. That's a one-woman campaign. Harry's not blind, though. People say he looks different now, not just older, but broken. He used to smile like a man who had found freedom. Now he walks like someone who's lost his footing. He's isolated. No royal backing. No Hollywood clout of his own. Just trapped in a storm that keeps growing darker. And if the forged signature claims are real, he might be realizing something painful that has been used from day one. Meghan, meanwhile, isn't slowing down. Word is she's already lining things up in case divorce becomes the next headline. Prenups, custody plans, media spin. Calculating. Prepared. Some even say this entire saga, from wedding to lawsuits, was her master plan. That Harry was never the love of her life. He was the launchpad. The sad irony? Meghan claimed she ran from the royal family because they silenced her, disrespected her, and wouldn't let her speak her truth. But now, it looks like she's the one silencing Harry, controlling the narrative, the paperwork, maybe even the kids. And it's all catching up. Because the forgery scandal might be the breaking point. This time it's not about bad press. It's not about awkward interviews or headlines that fade. This time it's about the law. And if the law gets involved, the fairy tale ends for real. Prince Harry's world is shrinking fast, and the walls closing in are painted with Meghan's ambition. Friends close to the couple say he barely speaks anymore, not in meetings, not in strategy calls, not even in casual gatherings. He just shows up, smiles when needed, and fades into the background. Because by now, everyone knows who's really running the show. And it's not the prince. It's the woman who once said she didn't marry into royalty for status, yet somehow keeps grasping for more of it, even as the castle burns. Meghan's playbook has always been sharp. Position herself as misunderstood, play the outsider, weaponize victimhood, and control the narrative. But when control slips into forging signatures, it crosses a line no PR team can spin. Forgery isn't about miscommunication or mistakes. It's deliberate. It's calculated. And if the rumors are true, Meghan wasn't just signing Harry's name. She was sealing deals that benefited her. Projects he never saw. Money he never touched. Decisions he never approved. What's worse, sources say Harry only found out because a few of the documents landed on legal desks that asked him for follow-ups. He was confused, embarrassed, then furious. But in typical Harry fashion, he tried to handle it quietly. Until the leak started. And now, the fallout is public. Legal teams are circling. Investigations are rumored to be underway. Lawyers are being called on both sides. This isn't a marital spat anymore, it's potential fraud. And that changes everything. If proven, Meghan could face real consequences, financial penalties, civil lawsuits, maybe even criminal charges. And Harry? He'll have to decide whether to protect her or protect himself. Because make no mistake, the legal system won't let him play both sides. If his name was forged on contracts or financial paperwork without his consent, he's technically the victim. And victims are expected to cooperate. Here's the brutal part. Meghan's already preparing her next move. Insiders say she's laying the groundwork to spin the story in her favor. That Harry gave verbal consent. That the signatures were rushed decisions. That she had to act quickly to keep projects alive. The same media machine she once claimed to despise might soon become her only weapon. Meanwhile, the royal family watches from a distance. And privately, they are not surprised. They warned him. Charles, William, even Palisades, they all saw the red flags. But Harry didn't listen. He believed love would fix everything. That Meghan just needed a chance. That the palace was the problem. Now, as legal chaos unfolds and his marriage hangs by a thread, he's being forced to reckon with choices that looked like freedom, but might have been another kind of cage. Hollywood is pulling back, too. Netflix poured millions into the Sussex brand. So did Spotify. Both got burned. Poor performance, lack of structure, endless drama, and now legal risks. That's not star power. That's liability. Meghan's brand, once built on empowerment and reinvention, is starting to rot from the inside. And the whispers in Hollywood boardrooms aren't curious anymore. They're cautious. Even her old defenders are going quiet. People who once rallied behind her are now distancing themselves. They see the headlines. They hear the gossip. And they know one thing. When someone's accused of forging their partner's signature, there's no spin strong enough to justify it. Especially when that partner gave up everything just to stand by her side. Meghan's power grab might have worked if she'd stopped at image building, the dresses, the documentaries, the staged vulnerability. That's Hollywood strategy. But forging your husband's signature? That's a different level of calculated. It doesn't just burn trust. It nukes whatever sympathy you had left. Because the one thing even the most loyal fan can't defend is a paper trail that says, "I don't need your permission." And that's what Harry is allegedly staring at now. A collection of deals, contracts, and approvals, all stamped with his name except he never saw them. Never read them. Never agreed. Meghan just moved forward as if he were an accessory, not a partner. It's the clearest sign yet that the man who left his entire royal life behind is now being treated like a signature machine, not a husband, not a father, just a means to an end. And the end, of course, is full control over their image, their children, their finances, their future. Meghan didn't want to share the crown. She wanted to wear it. And when the palace wouldn't give her one, she tried to build her own monarchy in Montecito. But instead of loyal subjects, she got lawsuits. Instead of applause, she's getting subpoenas. And the empire she tried to craft from royal leftovers and Hollywood ambition is now sinking in real time. What's unfolding isn't just a celebrity breakup. It's a legal war zone. Attorneys are digging into everything: bank accounts, signed deals, digital correspondence. They want to know how many times Harry's signature shows up where it shouldn't. They want timestamps, witnesses, email chains. Because if this goes to court, it won't be a gossip piece. It'll be evidence versus motive. And that's when things get ugly. Because Meghan's alleged pattern isn't subtle. Sources say it's always the same. Push a project through, attach Harry's name, reap the benefits. A docuseries here. A donation claim there. A funding agreement that just needed a little royal touch. Nothing massive at first, just small nudges. Over time, it adds up. And now it's spiraled to the point where investigators are asking, was this premeditated? Did Meghan plan it from the start? The fallout is devastating. Harry could lose everything. His money, his children, his last shreds of dignity. Custody battles are expected to get vicious. And Meghan, who's proven she'll do whatever it takes to win, won't let go of the kids easily. Not out of maternal instinct, but because they are leverage. The royal bloodline in their veins is currency, and Meghan knows the value of a Windsor surname. Meanwhile, Harry is trapped in the one place he never imagined, a California courtroom, fighting for custody and credibility against the woman he thought had set him free. He looks tired. Not just physically, but soul-tired. The kind of exhaustion that comes from realizing you gave everything to someone who only saw you as a stepping stone. And the public? They are watching it all unfold like a slow-motion car crash. The same crowds who once waved flags at the wedding are now reading court reports. The same fans who defended Meghan's every move are going quiet, their fingers frozen over the retweet button, because even they can't make sense of this. The victim narrative doesn't stick when the victim might be the one holding the pen.
This isn't the story Meghan wanted told.
She dreamed of being the next Diana. Beloved, graceful, tragically misunderstood.
But the headlines now scream something else entirely.
Words like fraud, manipulation, and betrayal are taking over. And in the end, it won't be the press that ends Meghan's reign. It'll be her own signature,